guide the vision and own it and run it. And we just kind of, become like a servant ministry to them.
Golden Goal, Season 4, Golden Take. The third Golden Take of the season, Mad Dog. Hello, welcome guys to everyone. This is Ben K. We're going to find out why I'm Ben K on this episode.
The world wants to know why you're called Ben K. No one calls you that except for Ben G. And Ben G is going to be on the show in just a few minutes, and he's going to tell us why he calls you Ben K. I don't know.
Well, I can't wait for this. I tell you, this is going to be gold, right? We're going to the country, Mad Dog. We're going to Ghana, right? And
Gold Coast.
Yeah, Gold Coast. What we know is the Gold Coast. Tell us a bit more about Ghana before we dive into our guest.
Yeah, Sports Friends has kind of, I think we first approached the field of Ghana in 2009, 2010. I was there 2010, 2011, trying to figure out how Sports Friends could work in Ghana. Met the SIM staff, but we also met some other denominations, church partners that SIM was working with. And one of them was Ben G, the famous, notorious Ben G and Josiah. So those two have been around from the beginning. So it's probably up to 15 years these guys have been kind of involved with Sports Friends. So it'll be great to hear his view as now the team leader of Ghana, just different things of what's going on in Ghana. I love Ghana, the food, culture.
Yeah, good to hear about that. But obviously, Ghana, 35 million people. English is spoken quite a lot. It had independence in 1957, and since then, obviously, it's famous for gold, cocoa, and oil. And so, loads of things are rich in Ghana, right? But our guest, there's going to be some rich stuff we're going to uncover from Ben G, right? Give us an overview of our team leader in Ghana, the man, the myth, the legend, Ben G. Who is he?
Ben G, great guy. Ben Amonung. Who Ben G, I think we call because of Ghana. Maybe we'll figure out that too. We'll hear about that. We'll find that too. But married to Jacqueline, and they have 4 children: Theophilus, Lindy, Phidelia, and Caleb. Great children. They own and operate a school up in northern Ghana, in Navrongo up there. It used to be Busy Brains. Maybe we should ask them that. Maybe we'll just figure it out. But it's Busy Brains. You see, and I think Ben's been the team leader, helping out. They've got a great team. Josiah down in the south, Jeremy and Becky and Tomley in the middle, and then Eric was with us for a while. But great team. And then they have several denominational coordinators and different partnerships. So we'll hear more about that very soon.
Yeah, can't wait for that. Well, this is an episode to really hear about someone who's been very experienced within the world of sports, friends. Going to unpack what it looks like on the ground in Ghana. We're excited for this. Well, this is going to be worth the wait. We're coming to the end of the season, Mad Dog, season 4. This is guaranteed gold. Going to the land of the gold with a guy we know who will definitely deliver gold bars. Every time he's on a call, the guy delivers every single time. All right, guys, this is going to be gold. Guaranteed gold. Let's bring in our team leader from Ghana this week. Benji is in the house. Welcome, Ben.
From the land of gold itself, Ghana.
Sure. Thank you so much for having me. It's really exciting to be on this program with you guys. Thank you.
Awesome. So I know you, Ben knows you. Some people know you, but not everyone. So we start our guests with a quick fire question. So it's like an either or. All right, ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
First one, early or late?
Late.
The truth hurts. Truth hurts, people. All right. Spicy or not spicy?
Spicy.
There we go. I love it. Would you rather uncontrollably break into song or unexpectedly lose your voice, like not be able to speak?
Yeah, at some point I can lose my voice.
I've seen you dance and sing, Ben. I've seen you. So
I love to dance, even though not in order. Yeah, I love fun. I'm a fun guy.
All right. 2 more. Would you rather have a 1-minute conversation with your past self, some like years ago, Ben, or would you rather have a conversation with the future Ben to know what's going on?
I will have conversation with my future Ben.
There you go. He wants to know which throne he's sitting on, which house. I like it. Last one. Would you rather be lost in a city or lost in a forest with trees?
I love to be lost in the city.
Okay. There we go. Ben, how do you think he did?
Yeah, it was good. Well, we found out you're a fun guy, Ben. You're a fun guy. You're a great guy.
We know this.
We know this, but listeners need to know a bit more about this. Now, first of all, in our sports friends world, we've got about 75 to 80 staff, right? They know you as Ben G, maybe know me as Ben K, all right? So can you tell us a little bit about how you came up with Ben G and Ben K, and maybe tell us a little bit more about Ben G? Explain the man Ben G to those who don't know you.
Yeah, great. Yeah, so growing up, I happened to be a fun guy, easy to go, and even from before this Ben G came, I used to have several names by colleagues and horizontal cliques. In the past, Benghazi, Benjilo, and then finally Benji has come to stay forever. And this Benji and K came when we guys met, and we have Ben, two Bens on the team, and sometimes it can be like very confusing. Is it Ben in Ghana or Ben in UK? And I feel like, hey, it's better to just kind of give a kind of differentiation. And so Benji came as a result of my name being Ben Ghana, even though my other name, if you see my middle name here, is Ben Garba, but that is not the case. Benji stands for Ben from Ghana. And then UK is much easier for me to say Ben K than to say Ben U or something like that. That's how come Ben G came and then Ben K. Yeah.
Took out the U. So it's not united. It's just a kingdom.
United. We also could be Ben G, Ben Great Britain, right? So I also want to be Ben G. I want to be like Ben G. So.
Oh, good. So we got a little explanation on the Ben G and Ben K. So could you describe to any of our listeners who's never been to Ghana, what's it like what's Ghana like?
Yeah, sure. Ghana is a beautiful and welcoming country with rich culture, festivals, and a lot of tourists. Sites ranging from Accra back to the north, and with great people who are really very hospitable, and with kind of food that you yourself can attest to the fact that, look, in terms of food, we have the best in Africa, and we are also unique in terms of the peaceful nature of Ghana, where we happen to be the first sub-Saharan African country to gain independence, and since then, democracy has been deepening and deepening. And so anyone who visits Ghana will actually live with a smile on their face. That's how Ghana is. Thanks.
And a belly full of food. I can attest to that. Very good. Banku and tilapia.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh, yes. Fufu, jollof rice, spicy, kelewele.
Okay. So he said jollof rice, Ben. We've had this discussion on a previous show. Who's better jollof rice? Is it Nigeria? Is it Ghana? Is it?
Yeah, generally Ghana jollof rice as people receiving the best in the whole of Africa.
Wow.
Yes, with spicy. Yes.
I think we can go beyond Africa. Let's say the world, the best in the world. Let's not stop there. Best in the universe.
I've yet to try the whole world jollof rice.
There we go.
That's cool. I mean, you did say, Carl, it's the land of gold, right? So yeah. So tell us a bit more like what the kind of resources Ghana has. Is it a Christian country? Yeah. What's it like, Ben, in Ghana? Tell us a little bit more about the landscape in Ghana.
Oh yes. So like I mentioned, apart from the fact that we are hospitable, we are welcoming, we have rich culture. In terms of Christian percentage, we have a 71.3% of Christians. And so Christianity happened to be the dominant religion, even though Islam is growing gradually, very steadily. In fact, we also have Ghana is known for its, role in the slave trade, even though not so good for us, but we have historical sites that really kind of can spice up tourists visit anytime they come to Ghana here.
Love it. Well, it's great to hear a little bit more about that. So let's dive into you then, Ben. Your roles, now you're team leader of Ghana, which is great. But tell us a little bit about yourself. What kind of things have you done kind of before Sports Friends? Take us into the world of Ben G in your professional world before you became team leader.
Thank you. I played several roles prior to becoming team leader in Sports Friends Ghana. Was once holding a government office in my region where I happened to be the district employment coordinator, working with young people over 1,000, more like a recruiting officer, training, monitoring evaluation in different job areas, ranging from teaching to health and sanitation. And then when there was a change of government, I had an appointment with Stanbic Bank, but I had a background training as a marketer before, ministry.
So many things there, training, sales, but working with young people as well, right? So I can imagine that really helped you in the role that you're in now, right? So some good things that you learned there to transfer, right?
For sure. Having been trained to sell products, I think at some point in time, I mentioned in my status that I've laid down my tools as a marketing officer to marketing Jesus Christ for young people. And that was really my heart's desire too.
Salesman for Jesus. I like it. Is it fair to say that when you joined Sports Friends, or kind of even found interest in Sports Friends, your sporting background was you enjoyed sports, you liked to play, but you weren't actually a professional athlete or professional coach, but that wasn't the requirement that Sports Friends was looking for. Is that true?
Yeah, sure. The joy of this ministry is the fact that the focus is not professionalism, is not the best athlete, but the fact that some one who has the passion for young people and love to engage in sports, whether you can do it better or not, but the passion and the willingness to be able to use sports as a tool for discipleship. I think that is my part. I have not, growing up, I did not involve in any kind of serious sports activity, but I really love to watch sports. I love to engage. I love to learn new games, but I did not really have that professionalism. But the passion is what is fully pushing me.
Yeah.
Passion and willingness. Benji has got so much passion and willingness for sure. And that's what loads of others in our Sports Friends field has as well. Love it. Great two things there. Passion and willingness.
He's writing it down. You made it to his book. You feel job well done, Benji. You made it to Ben K's book. So as you're saying, the retraining coaches around Ghana, how have you seen some of these trained coaches being used by God in Ghana, like in their denominations, in their regions? How have some of these coaches, can you give us some insight on how these coaches have used that Sports Friends training?
Yeah, in fact, it's been amazing that one cannot even really quantify the impact that God is using these trained coaches, young people, their communities, and even other ministry that is not sports and directly related. For instance, most of the coaches that we train as the first badges, most of them have rose from they are still coaching, but some of them are leading churches. Others have become even leaders in the various districts. We call it district church councils. And those people who have had a background training and the impact that the ministry has done onto them are now opening doors for the ministry across when they go. So their lives, their families, the young people, and even their roles that they play in other ministries alongside, it's just enormous. And we can really be very thankful for this tool of sports. And the training material that we do have is there is no training that will go at the basic training and people will not see they have never seen this thing before. And so we really have something to be thankful to God for. And the impact that God is doing through these young people is amazing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's good. You spoke about their leadership development. That's one of our strategies, right? Isn't it? And you just talked about leadership development in staff, in pastors, and young leaders, and young people. So everything we do is about leadership development. That's great to hear. Everything we do as well is always through the local church, right? And it's always through denominations. So tell us about the journey that has went on in Ghana, right? You work with different denominations. Tell us about how you guys work with denominations. Maybe tell us a few stories of how denominations have really kind of caught the vision, and then you've seen coaches being trained in different denominations.
Yeah. So one unique thing about sports ministry is the fact that we connect with the local church through the national church. And so part of my role as a team leader alongside my staff member is to kind of have an MOU, maybe an agreed kind of, intermittent meetings with the head level who will grant us permission to work through down to the local level, through the region. And so with these partnerships, anywhere we go, those, local pastors, regional pastors that are willing to receive it, because from above, permission has been granted. Most of the denominations are really very, very well structured. And so before you can penetrate through a district, the region must be aware, or the national office must be aware. And that's a good thing that we have been doing over the past, working through the national level to the regional and then the district. And so many denominations have really now carried the vision because we do vision sharing at their programs, their either our plan meeting or their existing meetings that we kind of take advantage of, and we're able to share and then inviting most of them to be part of our trainings and campaign. And as a result of that, they fell in love with the ministry and it's sweeping through.
Yeah, so this is great. You're working with denominations that exist in the country, like Assemblies of God, Methodist, Presbyterian. How else are you working with other organizations? Like I know that Sports Friends has a unique relationship with SIM. Many of us are SIM missionaries. You're not specifically SIM missionary. You're a staff of Sports Friends. So how do you work with SIM and their partner denominations?
Yeah, so with the vision of, reaching young people with the gospel of Jesus in areas where people are living and dying with that, that's just the vision of SIM. And buying into this, SIM have actually received this with clean hearts, and they kind of incorporated us into whatever that they do, because whatever that we do in this ministry is working towards achieving the mission and vision and the goals of SIM. And so we have a very cordial relationship from the director level down to every missionary. We do most things together, even most of their key decisions, we are part of that. And they also have, partner organizations, and because we are together, we kind of plan and then target people group where SIM have a focus. And so that's how we kind of work together. Apart from that, there are other church planting organizations that are not SIM related, but we reach out to them, share the vision of Sports Ministry, and how this can be a powerful tool for church planting. And so we work with Bishara Missions, work with Harvest Time Ministries in different ways like that. Yeah.
That's great. So you're working not just with people you choose, but people that are brought into your network, right? So SIM, Bishara, that's great.
I love that, because our mission obviously to help train churches and church planters. So you're saying, you work with churches, denominations, but you also work with church plant organizations as well, which is great, right? So loads of good stuff. Tell us about your team then, Ben. So it's not just you. Obviously, you lead the team. Why don't you talk us through maybe some of the other staff and some of maybe other denominational coordinators or whoever you want to tell us about. Tell us about your team, Benji. Who's part of the team in Ghana?
We are blessed with a very wonderful team with different talents and different gifting, everybody fitting into a cap. That makes the whole team very vibrant. For instance, we have, Josiah, who is assisting me, and he's a multifaceted kind of guy with training background, with camping, and he has even played in various divisions, so he has imported the talents he has in the past. I believe that God was actually preparing him for this ministry at the time, and so he's doing amazing. Thank God, Jeremy and Becky have come in, and administrative-wise, we can be on the field, and Becky will be at the background telling us every detail of where we are, what we are supposed to do next, and things like that. She's an amazing team. For Jeremy, down to earth with different wisdom, and God has protected Jeremy in Niger for I think 10 years and brought him to Ghana for him to flourish. Eric used to be on that team. We have partnered with different denominations like Methodist, Assemblies of God, AG, and things like that. So most of these denominational coordinators have sent us 222, and most of them are really having the gift and the talents that can really serve on our team as well. Anytime we have programs, they come alongside to serve on the field and boosting up our efforts to be able to reach out to many.
We're in the middle of our annual plans with the Sports Friends. You're talking to your team, talking to your denominational coordinators, talking to SIM. But if you could look into the future and say, this is going to be a great thing, what is your dream and vision for Sports Friends in Ghana?
So my dream and for Sports Friends Ghana is the fact that we have realized that sports is a powerful platform for building relationships that can translate into disciple making. And so my dream is to be able to lead this team to a point where we can be able to equip the church in Ghana nationally to be able to use sports as a tool for disciple making in every corner of Ghana in the next few years.
So to see the local church, the denominations take it as the sports ministry, the Sports Friends model, and use it for their own. Is that right? Exactly.
That's what we do it. We are moving from where Sports Friends is just kind of doing things and to having the denomination guide the vision and own it and run it. And we just kind of, become like a servant ministry to them.
I love it. Hey, Benji, you're a fun guy, but you're also a visionary and a dreamer as well. And that every corner of Ghana, and that is, what we're trying to do. Like you just said there, describe that, kind of putting yourself out of a job, letting the denominations kind of take it on, own it. Awesome. So good. I know you can tell us so many other stories of what God's doing in there. If anyone's listening, check out the website and YouTube channel. There's videos from places of coaches and things like that in Ghana as well. And stay tuned to our social media because you'll see live pictures from trainings that these guys are doing. You'll see Josiah on there. You mentioned the Hellways. You'll see other denominational coordinators. Check out the social media. You see Benji and his team equipping the church and making disciples. Now, Benji, we asked who you'd rather speak to, your future self or your previous self. If you could speak to your previous self, 21-year-old Benji.
21-year-old Benji, vibrant, energetic Benji. Were you married at 21, Ben? When did you get married? What year did you marry?
I married at 30.
Jacqueline? You married at 30, so 21 years old. You're a high-flying single executive in the government.
What is your advice? Many of our coaches are around that age. So what's your advice to 21-year-old Benji?
Yes, so I would advise a 21-year-old Benji, if you really want to make a lasting impact in the lives of young people, either yourself or maybe wanting to make a lasting impact in the life of young people, I recommend sports ministry because it has the potential to connect you with, with people that you wouldn't have the opportunity to meet with them. And through sports ministry, it will impact yourself because it's something that we do for ourselves, not just for other people. As we train, it impacts us and it impacts other people. And so I would recommend that either 21-year-old Benji or any young person who want to really develop himself to follow Christ and be able to help other people to know and follow Jesus Christ, sports ministry is the tool I can recommend for.
So final question. So why should someone support Sports Friends, whether financially, becoming a sports missionary? You've hosted teams from Liberty, from Hope, from different places in the United States to come over and do things. So why should someone want to come visit? Why should someone support by giving their time, their money, their resources to help with the evangelism and discipleship of Sports Friends? So give us that marketing sales pitch. Why should someone support?
For sure. I think if there can be anything that either individual organization want to push their money to in terms of support, I would say it will be sports ministry because the impact it's making is just amazing. Many lives are being touched, lives are transformed, people are coming to faith, and it's just evident. And the fact that it's not just events, it's a consistent program where you pick young people from a point of not knowing Christ and journey with them to them discovering their potentials and using their gift to be able to disciple other people. It's just amazing. And I think that a support to sports ministry can do greater exploit that will change the world for tomorrow.
Fire. Smoking.
What
fire and there's a smoke. There's a smoke, there's fire.
Yeah. I tell you what, that happy birthday sign is a big one. Behind you a little bit. Yeah, I tell you, anyone who's watching it, it's your birthday special message from Benji.
That's
Hopefully
right.
someone is watching, it's your birthday, and Benji passing on that message, Rob. But Ben, your gold bars, thank you for sharing about that. The impact of sports ministry in Ghana, and that advice that you say, connecting with others and the impact it's had on you, your team, and others. Thank you for sharing what you shared, and thank you for the rest of you guys. Ghana team and those that you're impacting in Ghana. Keep going, keep being the fun Benji, and keep hitting every corner of Ghana, one person at a time, one life at a time.
Thanks, Ben. Appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Thanks for everything you're doing.
Great.
Thank you so
Benji.
much for having me.
Benji dropping the gold bars or forming them because they're already in the ground in Ghana. I mean, that's Ghana. The gold is in Ghana.
The home of the gold, Benji. I tell you what, yeah, he brought some gold. Great guy. We said fun guy, but visionary, dreamer. Tell you what, strategic guy. And I've loved following the journey of Sports Friends Ghana over the years, and I just love it. He's really working with denominations, working with different church planting organizations, and he's doing some amazing stuff there. His team there as well, some great stuff. But those two words, Mad Dog, for me, passion and willingness. He said, look, if you've got those things, you don't even have to be, professional in sports. You just got to have those two things, and Benji has those in abundance, right?
I mean, you see him. I mean, He's not going to score the winning goal on your team. He's not going to defend the keeper or whatever. But he's got passion. He'll give it the best shot. He's going to try. But that's not what Sportsfans is about. Is being the star athlete. It's about identifying youth and what they need. Whether it's evangelism or just straight up discipleship. So.
Yeah, so good. And he's marketing. Used to be marketing. He's now marketing
for Jesus.
There you go, marketing for Jesus. Yeah, and also all those who have birthdays as well. Just had that strap line over.
It's gonna. We're just gonna overdub. Happy birthday, Kyle. Happy birthday. I'm just like putting names in there.
I loved it. He just sent in a message. That's the kind of guy he's like. He's just sort of hospitable in that way. So good. Do you agree what he said though about the food and stuff? Is that best food? Do you think really? Because I know there'll be people, a lot of Nigerian guys watch this podcast every week. So are we saying it's better than Nigeria?
Yeah. Well, okay. So when I'm in Ghana, it's better than Nigeria. When I'm in Nigeria, you got to go where your feet are standing. I know I love Ghanaian food. So Ghana is your former colony, Britain. Nigeria was one, Ghana was another. So it's developed a little differently. It's I'd say a little bit more peaceful, a little more calm. So, but it's great. They're great people. They've done a good job of keeping the government intact. But yeah, 35 million people, very passionate. Reaching to places where sports is not and Jesus is not is a prime target for sports friends.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He said anyone to get involved in sports, he said you'll connect with others and you'll be able to have an impact on yourself and others as well. So that I couldn't have said it better, right? Connect with others, Mad Dog. So good. So as we're doing that, what do people got to do if they're connecting with others? What do they got to do?
I mean, since you're going on connecting with people, start with your friends, tell them, and then of course those friends, they're gonna have friends too, and you get to tell them. And everyone has parents, So find your mom, find your dad, tell their parents' friends, because I'm sure your parents have friends. They should anyway. But just tell everyone. Where are you? Hey, there you are. I thought we lost you.
Yeah.
So if I say hot or cold, you'll say choose one.
Hot.
All right, good.
There we go.
Where do we get the K? What's the K stand for? King? Like Ben is the king of England or what?
Yeah, UK is more like he's the king in there,
I think it's the UK. Ben U is Ben K, right? So Ben
United Kingdom.
Yeah.
Not like Ben England or something?
No, he just Ben K stands for UK, and I took off the U. Yeah.
Speaks quick and fast. Who's probably the most person you have difficult understanding? Me, Ben, Brian. I know we like Brian's southern accent. So which one?
I would say Brian. You said 10 words in 10 words in a second. We even gave ourselves a slogan. Yeah.
What was that? What's the slogan? Too fast, too quick?
Yeah, just like that's so fast.
Fastest mouth in the West.
So fast. Exactly.